Okay, let's move on then. Area selection mode, we're gonna have Thailand Godjay coming out as Night Watch. This team comp wise, you could only chase after Dolisu if you can find Dolisu. But of course, Dolisu spawning in the middle just simply means one thing, and that is your 10 bits are never going to register on towards this entomologist. But of course, on towards the game we go, we should be able to see the... I hope we're able to see the persona traits, but yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I don't have much to say here. I really don't have much to say here. But let's see now. We're gonna have a top down for Hermit, kind of understandable. Hammond with Windows Speed Boost, City with Tide. We have Nyang with Windows Speed Boost, and of course Dolisu with Windows Speed Boost. It seems like they know full on well that Kenner Godjay's Wax Artist and Night Watch, it's gonna be that Windows Speed Boost all the way. I don't really think Godjay has anything else that could counter Windows Speed Boost. But on towards the game we go. This will be Japan versus Thailand. Thailand's Godjay versus Japan's top survivors here, if I wouldn't say so myself. But anyways, spawning back here, we most likely would be able to see the first chase going straight towards Hamitu. Hamitu kind of showing himself a little bit there as a main base. But from what I see, Godjay did decide to bring, that's not impulsive, I forgot what's that called. Tolerance, yes. Not Hamitu. Godjay did decide to bring Tolerance right there, but Hamitu being able to take that Windows Speed Boost immediately to pull a quick distance. But of course, without Window Vault as well to lock the window, it seems like Hamitu realizes this, and everyone's currently rotating in towards factory, not factory. Godjay, okay, there we go. There's the bees. There's the bees rotating into hospital. But of course, this simply only allows the... This basically only allowed a Hammond to... Hey, nice pallet stun though. It's only allowed a Hammond to rotate in, but with that pallet stun right there, it seems like we won't be able to get another hit within the next 30 seconds. Why? Not only is Dolisu nearby with the B support, Godjay did just stood there for a little while. They're both in the stadium, so there is no way any one of them is going to be able to be lagging here. We're going to get a normal hit cycle. First hit here registers 65 seconds in towards the game. That's not too bad, but Godjay with no insolence here. Knowing that this is a top-down trait, that means Godjay is going to run full on down with that peepers though, but it does seem like second hit will register right here immediately. That's kind of the good thing with bringing confined space as a Night Watch, is the fact that you can't really, well that dashes out surprisingly. It's the fact that you can't really loop around window and pallets. You can only loop around double pallets. But with this pullback Hamitu, not the best case scenario for him, but once again, against long windows like this, it is what it is. We're going to be able to cheer Hamitu here around 110 seconds in towards the game, or maybe just a little bit more, but with accelerated decoding be able to start in the next around 20 odd seconds. We probably will be able to see Entomologist with a B support here once again. Why? Because the pallet in there still hasn't been broken down just yet. But for City right here with quite a bit of an early rescue, it's kind of not worth it for the survivors right here, but it's good enough. Godjay is putting up a really good fight right here. We are able to get that Typhoon out, very patiently waiting for Hamitu to vault over that. But Hamitu right here downing in towards the corner. This is most likely going to be a tie game here, as the moment that we decide to sell Hamitu, this will end up as a half a Cypher machine remaining, if I'm not wrong, because we're going to have Mercy crouching here. Meanwhile, every other survivor is going to go finish off their Cypher machines, which is at 80%, and with the remaining 50% Cypher machines, probably wouldn't be too bad, especially with the fact that accelerated decoding is going to be starting soon as well. And then we see that City is currently trying to finish Entomologist Cypher, but Ento is also trying to come in to rescue. Seems like we're going to have Ento to crouch a little bit early here as well, but Godjay has to be pretty darn careful here. Godjay does have to be pretty darn careful here. But as I was saying as well, if we do decide to sell here, we're only missing 50% Cypher. Well, it looks like we're only missing 20% Cypher. Well, around 50%, let's say. But Dolisu is going to leave now, because it's a bit too late to come in, especially with the fact that this is a Night Watch who has Typhoon to pull you back. And then City is not in danger. The only thing that's in danger right now is Godjay, because survivors have items and Godjay only has peepers here. So yes, you may be able to tie kite, but Dolisu is going to be caught off guard here, the entomologist. But then again, does it matter? No, not really. All we need to see is a patient starting off a new Cypher machine and City finishing off that Cypher. Everything should be fine and dandy afterwards, but not getting the hit there because this is an entomologist at the end of the day. It seems like we're able to walk out of that. Meanwhile, still trying to get the hit on towards the bees. Seems like bees did go into cooldown right there. We don't have a flywheel on towards the entomologist side, but with this in mind as well, looking at the Cypher Machine progresses here. The moment that Mercy finish off that Cypher, Mercy should be able to finish it off. Even with 3 dashes there, wouldn't be enough. So are we sure we want to chase after Mercy? It's not the best idea. It's not the best ideal case scenario. Meanwhile, Mercenary finishing off that Cypher Machine. He could have done it a little bit later, let's say, but just better to be safe than sorry, since Mercy doesn't really know if Gotcha has any dashes or not. But anyways, with that Cypher Machine being primed right there, we are going to deploy a peeper right here, but that Mercenary doesn't need to get rid of the peepers. They can't just pop the Cypher here immediately and get Mercy to open that gate and get Dolisu to be at the other gate, because Dolisu still does have bees right there, right? But also at the same time, you could say, oh wait, no, Nyan is opening a chest for Ento right now. That's not a bad plan. That's not the worst case scenario right here, but the peepers is not going to find anyone. That's a ball. Oh, that's a ball. Oh, damn, that's a ball. That's a bit of a surprise for me. We're going to do a normal dash here immediately. Dolisu is trying to get that gate open as fast as he can right now. But Nyan here is able to pick up that, well, not anytime soon, but he needs to consume all his 3 hooks beforehand for anything like that to happen. Trying to play with the pallet mine games right here. Dropping down that pallet, but you can't really do much against this area. Gotcha decides to vault over that window for the window speed boost, but in areas like this, Nyan should be able to pull a normal hook, but it seems like he decided to double back himself right there. Very nicely done by the patient, but patient here is still happening to consume 2 of his hooks right now. I guess this is actually the main issue. This is actually the main issue. But once again, if this Typhoon manages to land, it'll be a whole different story, but doesn't seem like it'll be possible anymore. Patient's pallet speed boost is going to be ready in 5 seconds. We did manage to vault over that, but can we hook? We hook here immediately. We did. The rock got in the way, but let's congratulate the tie here for Gotcha. Moving on towards second half. Now then, on towards the second half we go. We're gonna be having a Prospector, Composer, Acrobat, and a Mercy here. Mercy spawning by the other side, so it seems like we're gonna allow Acrobat to spawn right outside the birdcage just so he can rotate in quite easily. In case Night Watch chases after the Acro, but with Alf there spawning by that side, it's not too much of a bad thing, but the only issue here for Alf is if he shouldn't rotate to runes, because I don't think Alf here actually brought confined space. If Alf brought confined space, then yes, runes would be, doable compared to, the last few games, but for this one himself, it's going to be a little bit of a problem. It is going to be a little bit of a problem. I wouldn't lie for myself. But anyways, for Alf here coming out as Night Watch, finding a Composer here will be quite hard because you can't really chase after Composer as Night Watch, especially in 2-story areas like this. But on towards the persona traits we go. We will be seeing dash double flywheel on the Composer and Prospector, and then Acrobat with the Windows speed boost instead. I will prefer Acrobat with flywheel here, cause Acrobat Taikai scenarios, especially with the fact that somewhere like Hospital, in which there's quite a lot of windows and pallets for you to rotate around in, and with just one ball it basically brings you to the next nearest transition area. There's really no need to bring that Windows speed boost unless you want to force yourself to go into 2-story or something, but I wouldn't really recommend that, especially on a map like this where there are high walls to counter Night Watch to a huge extent. But for Alf side, we will be bringing top down. It seems like we're going to bring confined space here as well for the Night Watch, but considering the fact that previous game it was a tie from Gotcha, if Alf can aim for more here, then this could be this could be really bad if Alf actually aims for more here. But anyways, on towards the game we go. Little boy spawning upstairs here immediately. We also do see the fact that Capcoon is rotating out towards, well, trying to rotate behind Birdcage right there. Alf didn't really find anyone, decides to double back himself, finding himself an Acrobat who is currently going to the holding the wall of hospital. Getting pulled back a little bit right there was Capcoon. I felt like Capcoon was standing there while holding the ball because there was no need for that pullback. But anyways, once people was here coming from Alf, Capcoon didn't really get that mind game up successfully. To be fair, Alf had the upper hand advantage there with the mind game because like not only did Capcoon didn't jump over. Wait a second, charge attack it and it's going to be a Terror Shock down. 50 seconds in towards the game. Blink has not been ready. We're vaulting over that and maybe a slow vault. Prospector Neruku wants to come in to harass as well, but this isn't gonna end well because there are two entrances to that. Yeah, there are two entrances to that chair. But Alf most likely will have to get well, picking that up will be plausible, let's say, but looking back right here, looking at where the Mercy is as of now, waiting for the Mercy to come in here, but with 10 seconds left on that magnet, it seems like Prospector doesn't really want to get that stun on. Skyfall popping down that pallet, Alf knowing this as well, but waiting for that max presence there. We are able to see the stun, but okay, no stun, lovely. That's going to be a normal hit. Acrobat going in straight towards hospital right now, but Prospector is useless this game. Prospector is very, very, very useless this game, especially with the fact that not only did he not immediately just use the magnet to allow, you know, Acrobat to rotate into hospital, right? The main issue here is if you use that immediately, then Acrobat will have a more of a chance of containing. Why? Because there is a window there right next to the crack of hospital for you to take and window speed boost away. There is also dash, but if you can force the blink, that'll be great as well. But maybe for the Thai team here, the Thailand team, they're thinking about, you know, maybe Capcom should just rotate out a little bit more and just so everyone else can decode because they are missing cipher machines. But seeing this here, we are gonna be able to sell the Acrobat. Meanwhile, little boy jumping down right there, don't know what he was thinking because there was no need to jump down unless, well, you need to stay near that pallet drop down. Yeah, that pallet and that drop down right there, getting pulled back a little bit right there. Little boy, flywheel didn't really register. Flywheel didn't really register right there, and immediate blink down coming out from Alf. Very discreet and smooth. Those will be the two words I'll describe that. Very discreet and smooth. There was no extra movements and there was no hesitation at all from Alf's decision making right there. But anyways, Alf trying to look for Skyfall right here. Mercenary with that 84% cipher machine, but with this type of machine progress coming out right here, the second chair has already been registered in towards this game right now. You also need to consider the fact that no one's currently decoding now as Nerukun's going to come in to rescue. I'd say for Alf, he has two options, right? First option is to hit Nerukun. Okay, lovely. Alf just standing there just so he doesn't get a magnet. But the first option is to hit Nerukun and get that normal rescue. And the second option is to tunnel the Acrobat. Not Acro, the Composer. But seems like for here we want to go for the Prospector here instead. But Alf with triple speed boost here to use. First one being consumed. Second one should be consumed quite soon. But it seems like we're going to break a pallet first. Second one's currently being consumed and gets a normal hit down right there. There's nothing Prospector can do in that situation unless he used Flywheel. It seems like we wanted to Typhoon Composer right there, but they didn't really get that Typhoon on. But knowing this as well, little boy is half health, so for Alf, if he can see little boy, he just go for little boy. There's no point in waiting here. Even if Skyfall comes, no one's decoding now. But it seems like we're going to go straight towards the Mercenary Cipher Machine right now. Sees where the Mercy is, gets to hit on towards the Mercenary. Skyfall, that is not good. And of course, with one Typhoon, you're dashing straight into the Hunter, not behind the chair right there. A little bit of a faulty elbow pad, but dashing in for the second time right here, as we do see Nerukun trying to rotate back in towards that area. But 45 seconds remaining on the clock for the for Blink to be ready. I feel like we don't even need to use Blink here now. Then Tempest slow debuff coming in clutch, and with Flywheel there not being able to pull out from Nerukun's side. Ouch. Let's say ouch. But we do see that we do see that Mercenary down near Composer, in which they are at Birdcage. But for now it seems like Alf thinks that Mercy actually down towards this area, but Alf changing targets here, immediately trying to look for the Composer, knows that Tonight is nearby, decides not to use his dashes, because why use dashes when Mercy's right there? A little bit of a surprise there for Alf, and little boy is basically dead because of this Tempest. So Flywheel being baited out right there. The only time they actually got the Flywheel out correctly against normal hit, they got baited out by a charge attack. This is why Alpha is scary. This is why Alpha is scary, man. But, if we can get Mercy down here, it'll be a 4-man elimination. I'll still scouting around a little bit looking for the Mercenary, but seeing where the Blood Trails is, Skyfall, you have no items remaining, and there is a blink. We blinked, but it seems like I've kind of overcommitted on that. But with Mercenary downing right there, and Little Boy being nearby as well, even if Little Boy gets up here, it will be a slow debuff on Tempest. Oh, never mind, we got over the pallet hit. But anyways, let's congratulate Alf here for the 4-man elimination. Moving on to our second half we go.